Hi everybody, it's Amalia, and I'm here today with the So Inspired Collab for May 2024. Alicia from Call Me Crafty Al puts on a collaboration every month, and I'm part of the collaboration team. This month we're being inspired by Lynn Brandyberry from sending_hugs at Instagram. This is her project right here that we're taking inspiration from, and these are the paper pads that I'll be using to create my project. Before I get into the paper pads, please know that in the description below there's links to Lynn Brandyberry's blog post where she showed this particular project, and also there'll be a link to a playlist where you can view all of the collab team's inspiration projects. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, to subscribe to this channel if you're not already subscribed, and to ring the bell. Let's turn this paper pad right side up. This is a My Favorite Things Sweet Celebration 6x6 paper pad. It has 24 sheets. They're really beautiful colors and of different patterns. We've got polka dots and stripes, chevrons and checks and plaids and diamond patterns, and did I say polka dots? Multicolor polka dots. So I decided to pick a couple of sheets of paper from this paper pad. I wanted to go with all polka dots or all checks, just like the inspiration piece, but I couldn't find it all in one tone. So the checks in that one were multicolored, which was very pretty. I'm also using this Spring Tulips 6x6 paper pad by Not Too Shabby. This came out last year, and I believe it was in April, May, or June of last year. This is a great little paper pad. It's one of my favorites that they've ever produced. Super pretty images, and it also came with some cutouts. So I took advantage of the cutouts in this particular paper pad. This one has a nice little pink polka dot, but it wasn't the same tone. And at first I was going to go with the gray polka dots because it's got gray polka dots, and there was another pattern from another paper pad that I could have matched up with it in gray. But I went in a different direction. But I definitely did use this paper pad. This next paper pad is Spring Gingham from Not Too Shabby Shop. It's a 6x6 paper pad with 24 double-sided sheets. It has the same design in a different colorway on each paper. So, for example, there's a light green and a darker green on either side. One side is the light, one side is the dark. And so I picked one of the ginghams from here and some of the other paper from the My Favorite Things pad, and here's my project. I decided to go with the ginghams and then two of the colors from the My Favorite Things pad, and I put it on a pre-made card that was in green. I wanted to pick up the green color in the ephemera that I used from the Spring Tulips paper pad, and I like the background matching with that ephemera in the middle. I chose the ginghams because they were two colors, right? Darker and a lighter. And the darker colors that I picked from the paper pad really went well with the darker colors, and the lighter chevron went with the lighter pink. So that's why I chose those colors. Now, when I went to Lynn Brandyberry's blog post to see about the measurements for this particular card sketch, she didn't have any, and the original designer didn't have any either. So I started with a 1.5 by 1.5 inch square in the top left corner, and that logically made me cut a strip that was also 1.5, and I cut it 3 3/4 long approximately. I wanted to keep about an eighth of an inch all the way around for a border, and so that's why I cut that piece down. I had to figure out the length to cut it so that there would be space in between and it would fit just right into that bottom left corner. And then when it came to the top right corner, I knew that it had to be at least 1.5 inches right, long, and then I had to figure out how wide it was. So I'm going down to my table to measure it right now, and you can't see, but it measures about 2.5 inches. So 2.5 by 1.5 inches, and that leaves enough for border all the way around. And so the final piece underneath had to take up the rest of the space on my 4.25 by 5.5 cardstock. And so that's going to make it 2.5 inches wide by, how much was that? 3.75 inches long? Yeah. So, so that's it, folks. If you want to duplicate this, those are the measurements. If you need me to write that out for you, just leave a comment below, and I'll write that out for you guys. I used the ephemera from the spring tulips. There was a basket that I cut out and a single tulip, and also the bouquet of tulips. I lifted up the basket onto foam dots, and then I took 2 of the tulip bouquets and stuck them sort of behind, and I added that additional single tulip there as well. And it shows a little bit more of the foliage. So yeah, that's it. I used 3 paper pads to create this card. Please leave a comment below. Please click thumbs up, and definitely check out everybody in the description so you could see the projects. Bye!